We are so back. Borderlands 4. Oh man, this game is great. The previous game, Borderlands 3, and its spin-off sequel, Wonderlands, did not hold me. They were too cringy, dialogue did not hit, and it felt like I definitely was not the target audience. I felt alienated. It sucked. Well, fantastic news. This game is the polar opposite, with some caveats. This is a first impressions video, as this game is meaty. Upon finishing this game, please be on the lookout for a full review. You can put this on in the background, as most of it is gameplay rather than my usual style. So far, it is a lot of good, with a tiny bit of bad. If you really care about my grievances, check at the timestamps in the description. Remember, if you do like these videos, like and subscribe. It helps yours truly and shows what you like to see in what I do. Shout out to all of you who have subscribed. You all mean a lot to me. Thank you. Without further ado, let's get on with it. After the massive disappointment of Borderlands 3, I was not sure if I liked playing Borderlands anymore. It had felt like I had aged faster than a series that was clearly intended for mature audiences. There was gore, cursing, guns, and a metric ton of loot. But the elephant in the room was that it felt like the writers were afraid of offending someone, keeping them from the potential of being funny or just creating an engaging story in a world that is supposed to be chaos. It was awkward. This time around, it is not the case. I started Borderlands 4 with absolutely no expectations whatsoever, and I was surprised with the performance. Only kidding. Sort of. Yes, that was an issue, and still is, but the actual game is wonderful. The story, right off the bat, is engaging. You were breaking out of prison, and you were trying to thwart the Timekeeper by getting into the vault. However, things take a turn. I won't spoil it, but I was pretty surprised. Borderlands games are all about the guns. I mean, there is a huge reason their taglines are along the line of zillions of guns. There's a lot of them, and that's what makes this series fun, looting and shooting. This time around, there's 3 new manufacturers, Order, Ripper, and Daedelus. I immediately thought of the Daedalus hammer from Hades. Great game. I'm so excited for the sequel coming this month. Oh my god! Daedalus was the manufacturer I have had the most time using. Daedalus guns have the ability to swap ammo types at the push of a button. It can be very useful being able to swap ammo on a whim. As from what I can tell, these guns are very good. So having more ammo and more utility is great. In the future, I hope to have more to comment on Order and Ripper as they feel like they have their place to shine. Now, the legacy manufacturers, Jacobs, Malawan, Tedior, Torg, and Vladoff. Did I miss any? I hope not, because that would be very embarrassing. They are all fun. My personal favorites so far being Jacobs and Vladoff. Vladoff in particular. I got a Vladoff weapon that absolutely shreds enemies. It was so fun. It had fast fire rate and an underbarrel shotgun that turned badass enemies. I can say badass, right? Without the algorithm being mad? I hope not. Oh well. Anyway, the badass enemies got turned into goo with this underbarrel. It was insane. Another insane thing is the story. I actually care. Finally. I know with Borderlands, the story is usually not the highlight and it's supposed to be the gameplay. At least that's what I'm told. But I can assure you, 100%, it is amazing. The story had weight and continues to have weight. None of the characters have fell off, and I am engaged. As stated earlier, your first segment is a prison break, which, let's be honest, is a good way to start a game. You aren't showing up in some really boring place. It is interesting right away. I hope the momentum of the story continues and ends on a really strong note. It has started strong. When I play a game, side content matters. It is like having a burger with some really good fries. Yup, I made that comparison, do not judge me. I value the side content as it helps with the pacing of the game. If the side content sucks, then it makes getting to the next story beat an absolute slog. Well, I have wonderful news. It is good here, at least so far. You have the standard open world tropes of collecting and looting, but at least you are rewarded. Your reward is SDU currency. This currency improves your character's inventory and ammo capacity. So, how about the side quests? Well, also good news. They are great. I took part in a few, and I enjoyed them all. One in particular was exceptionally dark, which should be the case in a Borderlands game. It should be chaos. Sure, some can be funny, but sometimes it needs to be real. Like, it's Gotham City practically. You're on a planet that is a literal shit show. Between the side quests, collecting, and main story, this game rocks. It is so good. I have touched on guns, story, and side content. But what about the Vault Hunters? The first thing you get to choose when booting the game. From what I've gathered, they are also great. I have only played two, Vex and Rafa. 90% of my gameplay being Rafa, so my take is only based on him. If you are interested in a breakdown of each Vault Hunter, please check out my friend Malarad. He has a video showcasing each Vault Hunter and will help you get started. Channel is linked in the description. Rafa is a unit. I went with a tree that had the Arc Knives ability because it sounded cool. Well, good news. It is! Your main ability gives you stacks upon melee damage, which also gives bonus damage. And you get a Genji dash. I like swords and I can dash too. Sign me up. Rafa's dialogue is very good too. He makes quips occasionally and they sometimes make me smile. So far, he hasn't been annoying. He is great. Okay, so if you skipped to this part, thanks for tuning in. I have touched a lot on the good. And trust me, there is a lot. However, it is 2025, so that means we have some bad. Unfortunately. Yeah, AAA game studios with astronomical budgets just cannot help themselves. How is the performance? Well, if you had asked me on launch day, I would say abysmal. I actually refunded the game for a day because it was atrocious. Then, a good old friend of mine told me they had released a patch and ta-da! It was working. Within acceptable parameters. The game still had its performance issues, but it is now 60 FPS, with some tweaks. I have played the game on a base PS5 on performance mode, and it runs great there. I have heard there is a bug that is maybe a memory leak as performance dwindles after some time and is remedied with a restart. So, if you are considering a PS5 copy or Xbox copy, it does run at 60 FPS, but take with a grain of salt regarding stability. From what I have gathered, it is fine. My last bug is also very bizarre. I could not mark my junk in my inventory by using the quick method. It was very annoying, but I manually did it by right-clicking and it worked. So at least there was some workaround. Outside those issues popping up, and some performance issues on PC, it has been flawless. Borderlands 4 is very reminiscent of Borderlands 2, which is a great thing. Gearbox, take notes. Take some serious notes of this happening. I really tried getting into 3, but there was just so much holding it back for me. This game is a clear indicator that the devs learned their lesson. So far, it is incredible. I hope to finish this one, and it continues to be a banger all the way to the end credits. If I do finish this game, which I'm sure I will, it is amazing. Be on the lookout for a full review in the future. If you liked this video, or just enjoyed sticking around, please like and subscribe. You mean a lot to me. Odin here. Have a Zantetsuken day. Peace out.